Welcome to today's broadcast. No matter what kind of day you're having, please remember that God is big and He is good. He is bigger and better than you think. When I thought about the sieges of fortified cities in the ancient world, I assumed that penetration of the gates to the city was the preferred offense. Not so. Unless traders within the city opened the gates, the invading army used other methods than to just storm the gates with brute force. Wheeled siege towers and stone-throwing artillery were two of the more successful offensive weapons used by invading armies. And of course, starving the city into surrender was always an option. So why did Jesus use the imagery that the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church, rather than the walls? We read in Matthew 16, verse 18. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. We have to back up a couple of steps first. When you think of having faith in God, do you think about faith from more of a defensive attitude or from more of an offensive attitude? Do you think about faith as a way of stopping something bad from happening, or as a way of causing something good to happen? I personally want to head off as much trouble as I possibly can, rather than to deal with it after it hits. But Jesus tells us that a certain amount of trouble is just a part of being alive. We read in John 16:33, "These things have I spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." It is my personal observation that we tend to spend most of our faith on avoiding trouble or dealing with trouble. Certainly we have faith in God to bring about good things. A single person, for example, having faith for a spouse, or a young couple having faith for a healthy pregnancy, or a young person with an old beater car having faith for a better one, or someone that's jobless having faith for a new job, or someone that has too many bills to pay having faith for an increase in finances. But don't we spend most of our time using faith to avoid trouble or to deal with the trouble we already have? When people pray for healing or restoration of relationships or money, the big three, aren't they usually on the defensive? Maybe a correction is in order here. For more, please visit GiveMeThatMountain.org, and you have a wonderful day.